I'm regretting. I know you know me well. Usikate juu niko mlevi. Please don't hang up on me. Niache niseme ukweli. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje utahepa someday. I'm not stalking you, niliona umepost pictures are coast. Your new man doing the most. You seem happy, you seem so happy. Called to let you know I'm taken, but available for you. Bestie, bestie, we nirudishie phone. Cause you don't understand what the hell is going on. Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje utahepa someday. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje utahepa someday.
Reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. Needs to know what's in my heart.
I got flows, hii mizizi kauna po tuna fast forward. Mziki ngumu bila dosa ka cash flow. Amona ngoja wa kupika marafon. Kaza hustle
warazi watembe ule mishoka bado na skill ya wembe. Injili meoga itabak ni wapende. Soka mna mboga hizi buzz ni kasembe. Wako chuma utadhani wame crossbreed na metal. I don't bite niko soki na dental. Mitaani najua mbogi ma metro. Yesu makamagera na meshogi wa metro.
Kamtu wanawake peke aje duniani ili atufie. Sababu ya damu yake mina wetu na uzima wa milele. Haijalishi no mapiga sala, Mola atakupa namna, atakuvusha salama, ngori atageuza sawa.
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, na sifa zake zitambe.
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, na sifa zake zitambe. I know my Jehovah is good for real. Nothing can change my mind on him. Ananipenda, trust me for free. Kila nakoenda is my company. You're my strength, you're my muscle. Shuleni nipo kidato, devo nakula kichapo. Ulipo ni papo, maisha yangu ni yako. You're my one and only.
Time is money so I spend kwa misa. Wana content, tushawa frightened kuandika. Hapa ni buzz bila license ya lika. Umetu equip na hisi high sense na mika. No digide hundio mwito, original hundio mpiko. Jiwe na lao we live in a mission. Nakani negative the better keep off. Rara na Yesu is strong.
Sawa. You're my strength, you're my muscle. Shuleni nipo kidato, devo nakula kichapo. Ulipo ni papo, maisha yangu ni yako. You're my one and only.
Rada ya Yesu ibambe,
bila dosa ka cash flow. I'm on a ngoja wa kupika marathon, kaza hustle.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, Sheversations. The time is 9 minutes past 11, and you are here hanging out with myself, Miss Caroline Murote, and we are gonna have a jam. It is a Friday. What are you guys planning for the long weekend? What are you guys planning? Mashijaa Day is technically on Sunday, so we bumped it down to Monday. What are you guys planning? Where are you going? Mnaenda wapi? I hope some of you guys stay home. Some of your livers are suffering. Some of your kidneys. Inakuanga livers ama kidney, guys. Inakuanga ya pombe ni gani? Unaona venye sijui hata your internal organs. And some of you, your external organs, guys. Please don't be catching STDs. It's normally very awkward. Like, how will you explain? Like mlikuwa mnafanya. Do you get? Yeah, let's just enjoy life responsibly. Let us take care of our bodies. Let's take care of our mental health and take care of each other. I am so excited. Today we are talking about climate change. We are also talking about a powerful woman who's doing things and making it happen. Let me know what you think about all of that on all social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and wherever it is that you want to holla at us. You can reach out to me personally on Instagram, Caroline_Murote, on Facebook, TikTok, and X. It is Caroline Murote. Holla at a girl, let her know how you're feeling today. Alafu we maneno ya harusi tutaongelelea on Monday, because even ndio mnataka, sindio? So we move regardless. Hey, alafu nyinyi sijui. Hey, ukwinje watu wamefanyia regiji aje. We'll talk about that when we come back from this music break.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Na kilo, patiezi beba kilo. Halafu, siezi tishiwa na do. Nakauelewi ujumbe, itaka free delivery. Si explain, takwacha ujione tu vizuri. Na nilicheka timu yako ndio ilishindwa juzi. Na nimesema mara mingi mimi sirudi. Na nimesema mara mingi mimi sirudi. Omera form sitaki, na simu mi sipigi. Emergency sishiki, ukiniita mi sikuji. Omera form sitaki, na simu mi sipigi. Emergency sishiki, ukiniita mi sikuji. Omera form sitaki, na simu mi sipigi. Emergency sishiki, ukiniita mi sikuji. Omera form sitaki, na simu mi sipigi. Emergency sishiki, ukiniita mi sikuji. Omera form sitaki, nimesema form sitaki. Na simu mi sipigi, na ukipiga mi sishiki. Omera form sitaki, nimesema form sitaki. Na simu
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Manase kwenye mic. Nanjora wa manjaro. Mini weni mouse. Tufike pale Disney, ribbon shati na blouse. Uliza Tom and Jerry kapati nataka clowns. Ama two stupid dogs, sisi tuko down bet. Nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Here you go, Pewa balloon, miss, canning hum, I'm your bear balloon. Call it serendipity, villain, I feel so due. Who knew to odd ones could even out the mood. Love TBT, kama rapa magoo. Sweet kama pipi, shika rapa I do. Si mas kwenda kinki pewa sweetie ya you. Ni mimi ni tekiti role play ni through. So come through, hapo kwangu kama 5+2. You like food, nina wagu in a sick na soup. You want proof, okay maybe ni kanyagu ya chum. Babora time na you, the rest si must to do. To vibe mama. Kama rumba mama, improvise na cham, hamna haraka hata. Mina wewe dada, ni time so tam sana. Songea karibu mama, hii ni just for you. Cause nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons.
Dexter na Johnny Bravo. Tumekuja na ingine form juvenile. Sijui tukuite superwoman. Baby umeweza kama Kim Possible. Undeniable. Kelly tukaue. Ekangu tapye nuwe resident. Na kwa president. Maembe maukamba got nothing on you, yeah. Makwase masoso nimeue. Ukangonye kusua. No aisieli kaiyele. Na kwa nina space for you, yeah.
Nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two.
Breakfast for you.
Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons. Nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two. Tuseme nina hope ya you. Vile tuko free kucheza kama cartoons.
Cha mama. Kalongolongo nivo. Apana. Nivo. Apana. Cha mama. Cha baba. Kalongolongo nivo. Apana. Apana.
Nimepanga nina space ya two. Date kama tunda breakfast for two.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
So we started the show off with Better by Motoria, and then we had Rada by Carrera Laura and Stony Jiwe. We've just listened to Omera by Polaris Paulin in Space, Ya 2 by Elsafan Jora and Manasseh Shalom. And I tell you here on Sheversations with Miss Caroline Murote, I always have space for you. If people out here are blue ticking you, wanakulenga, sijui wanakudharau, I'm the one, guys. So don't ever say that nobody loves you, because every week I affirm how much you mean to me, okay? So let me know how much I mean to you. Holla at a girl at Caroline Murote, Caroline_Murote on Instagram, Power Radio across all social media platforms, and let us know, hey, this is how I'm feeling about Miss Murote. And sana, if you're a gentleman who happens to be from the lakeside, hey, come slide into the DMs, nasamaki emojis, and just tell me I am here. Let's talk. Yawa. Woo! I don't want to get fired. Good morning, guys. What's happening? What's going on? Hey, Shrigi G, man. Manze, this thing is a whole circus. Hey, Mutuse. Manze, what was going on? Hey, it was hot. I have never seen, okay, no, I have. That's a lie. Every 2 months, kuna drama yenye inatupelekanga, but gosh, what was that? Hey, watu wengine warudi to School of Law. Warudi to, wa apply for the bar tena. Waketi kwa exams, and then they need to pass the bar again, because Mutuse, what was that? What was happening, guys? And pole sana to our deputy president, who apparently was unwell and had to be rushed to hospital because he was going through severe stomach pains. Of course, we know it is the pains of being on trial. It is the pains of being broken up with, being dumped by your president. That is truly, truly what was causing the pain in his stomach. Pole sana. I hope he gets better. I feel like the pain might be more in his chest, in his ego more than anywhere else. Like, I'm not a doctor. I have no medical certificate. I cannot ascertain this. Who am I to say? Who am I to say? We know that this is a game being played. However, it is a very entertaining show that they're putting on for us. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like what's happening to the deputy is extremely unfair, considering that they are all the same. Sana Nasemanga, if you are going to impeach him, please can the president, follow? Please, I beg. See, tulisema kufa makanga kufa dereva. So now Kenyans are just enjoying the show, and that's what happens. We just get distracted, we're entertained, and then we're like, oh well, we just accept. While behind the scenes, Wasiwa Dani, they're just there making deals and what's it called? Ketrako. Ketrako. Yo ya stima, electricity transmission deal, the grid. Yo, guys, are you not tired of paying excessively for everything? And now you want to let these guys come in. The Business Daily has on page 11 of the Business Daily, they have an article, what Kenyans can learn from the Gupta's scandal. So the Guptas were a bunch of brothers, 3 brothers. They were called AJ, Atul, and Rajesh. And in 2015, they bought the Optimum coal in South Africa. Yeah. Wachanikwambia, people suffered, and this Gupta family was untouchable. They were literally running the country because they had all the money. They had South Africa's power in the palm of their hands. And that's what we're doing with Adani right now. We are taking ourselves back into slavery. Can we please become sensible human beings? Can we please call out these things? Can we fight where we can? Please. I'm begging you, if you're a Sheversationalist, please find out how your voice can make a difference. If we need to go on social media, because I feel like we're just waiting for it to happen and then we protest, because there's normally this very unwise calm and quiet, which is not the wisest in Kenya when you know that something is cooking, but instead of going to find out what it is, you wait for it ive. You wait for it to boil over, spill over, and then it's too late. It's too late to undo it because policies have been made, deals have been signed into existence, and laws have been passed and are now being implemented. And it's very, very, very hard to overturn a policy, a law, or to dissolve a contract that has already been cast. So it's easier to disrupt the processes before they actually see their fruition. And so I am telling you guys, when it comes to this Ketrako deal, when it comes to this Adani deal, we need to learn from what happened to South Africa and the Guptas. So go and head over to page 11 of the Business Daily, or just go there, hang out with Google, who is your friend, and Google the Guptas scandal, the Guptas and what they did to South Africa. Just another set of very industrious Indians. We have nothing against the Indians because that Bollywood is a blast. It is a blast. It is a blast because tell me why every time somebody drops a pencil, there's a bunch of dancers ready to come out and regardless of whether somebody can dance or not, they will dance. It's normally so cringe. It's giving mid-50s guy who doesn't care about his life, just living his best life. But now that's everybody in their 20s and 30s in those videos looking like that. Most of them look like middle-aged men who don't know what they're supposed to be doing with their lives. I'm sorry, if you're a Sheversationalist who happens to have Indian descent, please don't come for me. Even you know. Hey, but the spices in a kwanga zina give the food, the stews, the gravies, the deeps, the roti, and all of that. And I actually want to know, chapo zilitoka India. Like, was it originally there? Mapia sisi tulikuwa na chapo before the Indians came. Because because they have theirs, which is roti, and then, yes, chapati. But, like, I'm wondering, is it just that whole Arabian-Indian mix ukok in the coast is that where chapos came from? What do you guys think? Let me know. what you guys think. Alafu, the question of the day is, what is the best way to invest? As we're heading over into the festive season, it is the time, it is a moment of truth to see, have you been saving money? January is going to tell you loud and clear if you're a broke girl, a broke guy. You're going to know because of the practices that you have been carrying out throughout the year. So what is the best way to invest and grow your money? Is it stocks? Is it SACCOs? Is it money markets, money funds? Is it savings, sijui lock savings and earning interest, chamas? Yeah. What is the best way? What is the best way that you guys know? What is the best way to multiply your money quickly? Is there a list? Is there like, oh, if this is what you're looking for, this is the best. If this is what. So let's just empower each other with some financial literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my Sheversationalists. And right about now, we are going to jam to the beautiful sound of Vibes on Vibes by Jirai and PV, followed by Energy, my favorite, by Miss Polaris, Pauline, Mayonde, MDQ, and HS. KE, enjoy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Tell me why you won't come out tonight. I know you feel the type of way. No need to hide away from me. Na ukifika nipate kule kwenye kumeshika. Sema you will come my way. Toto cheze karate, yeah. Vibes on vibes. Vile umeweza sisi tunaweza vibe. Chocolate dark skin in a all white. Umedunga nice vile mimi who like. So come outside, wewe uta nice. Tell the DJ play it twice. Wait a let the ice. Let's bring the night alive. Nice, nice,
Come boy, pool full of liquor, ukinialika. I wanna drown with you, be your mister. With your waist on my waist, one down, no his. Kwa kitanda si tutafika. And give me what your mama gave you, make it mine. Bad body, you're my body, fine by design. Undi ukionsisi, I'ma be quite risky. You make a boy, make a ploy, and I'm quite tipsy. I don't know how the night is gonna be by morning. Long as you with me and morning. Tongue kissing, half you, tongue talking. When it's over, don't be shy when it's over.
vibes on vibes. Vile umeweza sisi tunaweza vibe. Chocolate dark skin in a all white. Umedunga nice vile mimi who like. So come outside, wewe uta nice. Tell the DJ play it twice. Wait a let the ice. Let's bring the night alive. Nice, nice,
So come outside.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Maisha ina stress but sitachoka. Manake mini staya mini nyota. Mungu peke ndio mini taogopa. Get back azuna choma 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 choma. Daily na meremeta. Form yangu ni kutesa. Usikol kama si pesa. Bade na chipeleka. Inaselela, dombola, Monday, man, I lose composure. We catch a fly, it's not feelings. Play out in the dance for ceiling. Don't waste my time. Don't miss my energy. Don't kill my vibe. Don't miss my energy. Let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me. Let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Feeling important, feeling like something is coming all over me. Feel like a soldier, feel like I'm going to war with the enemy. I've gotten older, I'm very comfortable with my identity. It's never over. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm feeling hypnotized, I'm feeling like a child. I need to realize I'm feeling so alive. I take off my disguise and I get myself the prize. I don't mean to be shy. All I can do is try.
Don't waste my time. Don't miss my energy. Don't kill my vibe. Don't miss my energy. Let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me. Let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Some people search and seek until they find the light. Some people think that everything they think is right. Some people don't believe in peace, they want to fight. Some people not my type, some people not the vibe. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa. Shida yetu yote tatuliwa. Maisha yetu imebarikiwa. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa. Shida yetu yote tatuliwa. Maisha yetu imebarikiwa.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Do you know what's actually happening? What's actually happening is that our Energy and Petroleum Cabinet Secretary, James Opio Wandayi, is actually supporting the Adani deal. And he claims that it will cut our power bills. That's what he says. He says the infrastructure that the conglomerate are going to come up with is going to be more effective for power distribution, and that it's going to be better for the grid in general, for everybody to access electricity in a more efficient manner. Guys, do we believe these people? Personally, I do not. Personally, I don't. Honestly, I don't. And again, these are the same people trying to take over our airport. So yesterday, kulikuwa na a hearing of a case challenging plans to lease the JKIA airport. Well, I already said A, so JKI airport to Dani Group. And then protesters were like, no, we don't even want the hearing. We just want everything gone because there was no public participation. Why are you proceeding with something and just challenging, having a case that's being heard to challenge the motion which should not exist in the first place? The motion to transfer ownership to this private conglomerate. Why? Why does that exist? Why does that exist? And so the people that were challenging this is an activist called Tony Gashoka with Mount Kenya Jurist, Wiper Democratic Movement, Jubilee Party, and Democratic Action Party Kenya, that's DAP. They are the people who are challenged the plans to lease the JKIA to the Indian company Adani Group. Guys, we are being played. We are being played. We are being played. We are being played. 100% being played. And please, Tukai Rada, Tukai Macho. The last piece of what's going on is that according to the Daily Nation on page 10, one of our athletes that was murdered in 2021, Agnes Tirop, apparently had an extramarital affair before her death. And this came to light in her trial, to persecute the husband, the partner of Agnes. And apparently she was cheating Okay, the dead cannot speak for themselves. Dead people cannot defend themselves. Sawa. That's okay. So now if she was cheating to say it's true, then it's okay to kill her. How many times, I'm sorry to say, but how many times do men cheat? Can we justify cheating, killing somebody because of cheating? Really? Really? There needs to be a mindset shift. It needs to change completely, because there is no way we can be using but there might have been a reason why he did it. There is no reason to take somebody else's life, guys. Like, there's no reason whatsoever, period. And I'm going to need us as Sheversationalists to realize that there's things that we do to brutalize ourselves is just us working against our humanity. And what are we teaching our sons? What are we teaching our sons when you have world-class athletes continuously over and over again being murdered by their partners for land because of alleged cheating and because of the dumbest, stupidest things? There's no good enough reason. There's no undumb reason. That's not a word. There's no intelligent, valid, justifiable reason to off somebody. Please don't kill people. Don't murder people. Okay? Yes, that's it. Somebody did what to you? Don't kill them. Somebody stole all your money, don't kill them. Somebody hurt you, kwa roho wakakuumiza, wakakudharau, please don't kill them. Nobody deserves to die because of decisions that you can make. Just walk away. Just walk away. Walk away, please. And on that note, Tumechoka, we are going to listen to that by Keithan and One For You by Fee. And then we'll come back and let you know about our powerful woman for today, because that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm vibing. When you're killing others, others are flourishing. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do right about now.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Ati unatusimamia haja gani situnalawa, wamejaza magunia, pesa zetu ndio wanakabwa, tumebaki tukiumia, sisi tutawanyamaza, siku zinakaribia, miti yote yanateleza, tangu tuwape viti, mmetufanyia nini, vitu vidogo dogo, kutufunga macho, jasho zetu na bidii, tuonyesheni risiti, mstahiki mea, tumechoka na hadithi, tumechoka, hamtujali sasa, tumechoka, hamuoni vile tumechoka, sisi sote sasa tumechoka. Tunaona sana, vile mnatufanya, tunawatazama, wakati umefika, wakati wa kushuka, tumechoka kuzungushwa, sasa tumeungana, tumechoka, hamtujali sasa, tumechoka, hamuoni vile tumechoka, sisi sote sasa tumechoka.
Na ajue sasa hii ni mwanzo.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
This is Hendrik Sam.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I'm trying to find good love, baby, baby. I'll be the one for you. Baby, maybe I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. The one for you. Mpenzi utangoja, yeah. Mpenzi utangoja, yeah, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. Sitaki we uchoke, yeah. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you. Baby, maybe I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations. The time is 17 minutes to 12, and we are here hanging out, having a beautiful conversation about a powerful woman. Whoop, 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 whoop. And today our powerful woman is Joanne Kabugu. Joanne Kabugu. If you've not heard about her before, she is one of 2024's top 40 under 40. Wow. Wow. Do you know how much it takes to make that list? You truly have to be the best of the best. She is a writer and a filmmaker based here in Nairobi, Kenya. And a good way to describe her is an idea factory as well as an award-winning director. Now let's take a walk through why are we celebrating this lady? Why do we even care? So we're going to start with a beautiful list of her jobs and her achievements so that you can understand why we need to shout Miss Joanne out. So she started over with a 200. She won $200 for a script at Miraner's Maisha Labs. Yes, and then she also debuted a children's book published by a particular company, and the book is called Boom Boom Bus. Yes. So this is, I think, around 2011. Yes. And then same year or thereabout, she started writing and filmmaking, and she has over 100 hours of TV content written under her belt. I hope that we're following. What happened in 2016? In 2016, she won the competition for More Film. Yes, and she was awarded for branded content about Richard Turere's Lion Lights. So that was a storytelling film. And then 2016 to 2018, she had a collaboration where she worked with Emmy Award winner Andrew Tkach on environmental documentaries under the series Giving Nature a Voice. And around the same time period, she had documentary screenings, and there's a particular film screened on Kenya's NTV and Vasa Film Festival in Finland, as well as FICMA Film Festival in Spain. Is your favorite content creator, filmmaker, videographer, I know what I'm saying, cinematographer, are they international? You know, can they talk about having gone to the FICMA Film Festival in Spain? Can they talk about the Vasa Film Festival in Finland? Do you see why people are making it to the top 40 under 40 list? It's because this is how much they've been hustling. Let alone all that we've said already. In 2018, Miss Joanne went on to have a fellowship. She became a 2018 Obama leader. What do you mean? What do you mean? We love ourselves some Barack. Yes. Barack did some shady things, you know, Obama. But we still love him. It was such a nostalgic time when he was president. It really meant a lot for Black people, for Africans, and for Kenyans, I would say. So that's what she was doing. She became an Obama leader fellow in 2018. 2021, guys, are you seeing how close these timelines are? This lady has done so much in less than a decade so far than most of us have done with our whole lives. Don't fight me. You have the choices. I have the choices. I also don't have this thing, so I'm just in awe. In 2021, she was a Woman in Tech WIT competition winner. I don't even know what half of this thing stand for, but like Women in Tech competition. I don't know where it happens, when it happened. Well, it happened in 2021, and she was a winner. And she got this for a short film, which is titled Saving Pink Beauty. And it's a mystical short film that was shot in 2021, available on Esila Films YouTube channel. That is her production house. She owns it. She founded it. What do you own, guys? What do you own? Aside from Aremis na nguo zenye mnavanga, what else do you own? You know, is there intellectual property that's out there published under your name, a company published in your name or in partnership with somebody else? And if not, you best wake up. Because Miss Joanne is showing us how it's done. Setting standards, right? In 2021, she also released a documentary called Sounds of Silence. What a beautiful name. And this was her first independent documentary about deaf dancers, guys. Like, that is so beautiful. You really have to be in the craft. You truly have to be sold out. Like, your heart has to be in it 100% in order for you to make a film about deaf dancers. Because the intricacies involved with people, you know, living with disabilities, people who are differently abled. I feel like that's a lot of commitment, because you do have to make a lot of adjustments. You have to make 1,000,001 adjustments, and that's what the rest of us should be doing. But the fact that she's actually pioneering this kind of content is just so beautiful to me. So she goes on, she continues to shine. In 2022, she had a couple of film projects, directed Madam Chief, which is a Kalasha TV and Film Award nominee. At least we know Kalasha, Naijua. And she also directed Toy Car, which is a Africa Magic Viewers Choice Award nominee. We also know Africa Magic. And the social comedy Marikiti Women, which is available on Showmax. Did you know? Are you supporting local? Are you watching local? Please go and look for Marikiti Women on Showmax. This is by Joanne Kabugu. And 2023, that's last year, in case Ujui. She got an award. Esila Films was recognized as the most outstanding company in creative economy by USAID and Yali. Yes. Yes, the internationals have said y'all are doing a good job. And then still last year, she released a web series. It's an ongoing series called Innovative Minds, showcasing innovative business ideas and additional roles, which is honestly, we need that. Venye watu wamesota sahi, I would put time into consuming content that would teach me in how to have innovative business ideas. She is also a sound recordist and a camera operator. She worked on the anti-logging film Silas and executively produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. Man, do you have collaborations with such guys? Leonardo DiCaprio, guys. Titanic. Oh, Jack. Never leave me, Jack. You know, pale nje ya meli on the top before they decided to die. Well, Jack died. There was space, guys, on that rafter. If you watched Titanic, there was space on Rose's rafter for Jack. There was space. He didn't have to die. But anyways, wouldn't the plot, it's real life. That's the thing that sucks, is that this thing happened in real life. My issue is that in the movie, they could have saved. I know it wouldn't have done justice to the real story, but it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, so she has worked on the film Silas that was produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, and that is great. That means that this is a serious filmmaker who's being recognized everywhere. And what I mean is not that we need to get the validation or the go-ahead, the nod from, Western spaces in order for us to be valid filmmakers, but the fact that it is so cutthroat. As a Black African woman, as a Kenyan woman, a young woman who makes it, to work with such creators, such creatives, such thespians, then you realize that that is quite a feat. That's what I'm saying. It's quite an achievement. Yeah. Last and no, actually not last. She's a founder of Esila Films, and this is a production house that's focused on authentic African content addressing women, that is us here, teens, indigenous communities, and entrepreneurs. So yeah, this lady, she's a Sheversationalist. And the workshops and festivals that she has participated in, these are such as Durban International Film Festival, the Zanzibar International Film Festival, the Luxor Africa Film Festival, and she's been collaborating with notable filmmakers. She is a very dedicated storyteller. She is very intentional about social impact through film, through emphasizing her growth and the recognition that she has received over the years. So she is somebody who knows how to say thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys have helped me come this far, and I love that about her. So we're going to continue hearing a bit more about Miss Joanne Kabugu, but in the meantime, let's hear from Brandy Minor saying Dark Skin and Dear Matilde by MDQ.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachota. Melanin na lova. Nobody can boga. Well, they tried sometime back in November. They really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence in my rise. I never used to be like this before. I used to be so damn insecure. I took a dark skin in lana. Hey, that's all we can love. Nothing ever sweet like coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachota. Melanin na lova. Nobody can boga. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin na nachota. Melanin na lova. Nobody can can boca. Yeah. You don't know how I like your confidence. The way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto. Like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Dear Mathilde, in addition to being yourself, they will expect you to be a good girl, grow into a good woman. As you will soon discover, there is no such thing as a good girl or a good woman. There is, however, such a thing as you. Such a thing is true and forever good. Practice your smile, you will need it. It will be your strength and your mask too. You must learn how to kick, how to punch, how to push. You must work twice as hard, you must be twice as smart. To be a woman is a full-time job for half the pay, and even then, not always. You will discover your inner gangster. You will learn to outrun, outdo. They will label you a bad girl. You will learn to be unmoved. Invent your identity. Remember, necessity is a mother, so as need be, change it. Your body is your home, your throne. Adorn it. And remember this, in whatever form, in whatever shape you may be, in whatever version of reality you find yourself in, you are a queen, the feminine energy of all of creation. You are of life and you are life itself. Goddess.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Hey, so that was Dear Mathilde by MDQ. And right before that, we had Miss Brenda Minor saying dark skin and beautiful black woman. Your dark skin is appreciated. How do we actually feel about our melanin? How do we feel about our melanin? Because I feel that, some of the time, kuna venye hatujipendangi because we have not been taught. We've not been taught to love ourselves. We've not been taught to, appreciate ourselves and our dark skin, our melanin. And as much as tumeja huku, sisi ndio tuko, it's so sad to realize how glamorized and how prioritized light skin is, which is so strange. It's like there's nothing wrong with being a light-skinned lady. We appreciate you, but it's so sad how we look down upon our dark skin. It's actually, it's a crime. It's criminal, but just going by Dear Mathilde and the encouragement that MDQ has for this beautiful young girl, I would say that we need to up ourselves. We need to big ourselves up. We need to be intentional about how we're loving on ourselves. Just have your cocoa butter, your shea butter, whatever it is that works for you to keep your skin good and popping. And you know what they say, the black don't crack, right? Already, we were talking about Joanne Kabugu, and she is quite a dynamic lady. We went through her list of achievements and awards just to give you a good understanding of why are we celebrating this powerful woman today. Why is she a powerful woman? Why is she on 2024's Africa 40 top 40 under 40? Do you guys actually understand the magnitude of that list? When you make it to that list, truly you've made it in life. I feel like you have made it in life. It's like the Oscars for achievements. It's the Oscars for innovation. And props to you, Miss Joanne. So Who is she? Who is this lady? Let us look at different aspects of who she is, how she thinks, and all of that. So she started off with humble beginnings, yes, and her initial challenges is that she stumbled into media training at Mideva after university. She used to walk daily for 4 kilometers due to financial constraints. Imagine from here to South B. And then when she was working, her early roles were to label the camera tapes, camera operations, and her first major breakthrough was winning a production grant after submitting short films, short films to Maisha Film Labs. So she started from the bottom. And look at where she is. And this was back in the day. So what has she been learning? What has she seen about this industry? You know, what has she gained and garnered? And she really highlights the importance of attending workshops and fellowships. So look out for whatever events they are with regards to the career that you're in. And this really added value. And then she was really grateful to the Obama Leaders Forum in 2018. You know, she became an Obama Fellow, so that's beautiful. And she decided to focus on Esila Films, where she tells stories about women, teens, and indigenous communities. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what challenges has Joanne faced in the creative industry? Wow. Understanding loving what you do versus do what you love. What is that? What does that mean? I want to discuss 20 marks. What's the difference between loving what you do and doing what you love? You might not always get to do what you love, but if you try your best to love what you do, then what you do becomes what you love. Let me say it slowly for the ones at the back. You might not always, or you might not get to do what you love. But if you focus intentionally, you work hard, you put your mind to loving what you do, then what you do will eventually become what you love. Manipata, I know you guys are smart. You've gotten me. Yes. And it's quite a task, honestly, to be passionate about something that you're not really hacking in, something that you're not being given platform. I find that it really kills a lot of people's spirits, a lot of their energy, and people just need to realize that this world is messed up. Systems are messed up. We wish and hope for the best, obviously. You know, you put your best foot forward knowing that God is going to come through for you. You just need to put in effort as long as you're doing the things that you're called for. However, loving what you do, guys, is not easy. It's not easy if that's not what you're passionate about. So you really need to have a paradigm shift. You really need to have your worldview changed in order for you to successfully love what you do as opposed to just doing what you love. And sometimes doing what you love is not profitable. It's not profitable sometimes for your pocket. Sometimes it's not profitable for your mental health. So you need to balance out doing what you love and loving what you do. And Joanne really she's somebody who likes to, you know, just layer the both of those, existing in both of those spaces, just the intersectionality of being in both of those spaces. What has she faced in loving what she does and doing what she loves? Securing project financing and convincing investors. Have you guys ever tried? Have you guys ever made a proposal for a grant for funding? You can cry. You will cry. You will you will see dust, because it's actually very, very hard to convince people about your dream, especially let's say that you're not the most charismatic person. You're not the most gifted with the gift of gab. It's not easy. No easy. My brother, my sister, I can't sing and I need to stop. Every time subjecting people to this voice that doesn't know what it's doing, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, P Square walituambia that is not easy. Okay, different context, lakini it's not easy. And she said that another challenge that she really faced was struggling with visibility and audience engagement. Yay, Sheversationalists, all 6 of you. You guys, talk to me. Me and Joanne, same WhatsApp group. Audience engagement. It's fine. I know you guys are just, giving me time. I know that you're just giving me time. And well, I don't struggle with visibility because I'm a big girl. You see me? I'm big inside and on the outside. And I know that I don't struggle with visibility. Nikijaribu tu kutembea downtown River Road. Hey, those men. I know we're digressing, but those men, can we just take a moment to talk about why those men are constantly not letting us breathe? Why, sir, do you feel the need to hold me by my hand? Why, sir, are you putting your hand on my waist or my shoulder? Why, sir, do you feel the need to pull me? I don't know you. I have never met you, never seen you before. We do not have an engagement. Why are you doing that? Please stop it. Thank you. End quote. Yes. And how has Joanne managed to, what is the word? Weave through income and sustaining creativity, making money while being creative. And she said that it really helps when you have diverse streams of income. And that's including writing, directing, producing, and production management. It's all the same thing. It all falls under the production house. The beautiful thing is that these different tasks, these different skill sets are catered in different departments. So a writer is not necessarily a director not necessarily a producer, and a producer is not necessarily a production manager. So if you're doing all of these roles for the same film, then those are 4 different jobs that you're going to be paid for separately. So yes, diverse income stream. And I love how she just keeps whatever it is that she does within her scope of expertise. And I know not everybody is able to make money from the industry which they're passionate about or they have been skilled for. However, it's really beautiful when you're able to hack it and get different jobs and get skills in the area, in the career that you actually want to be at. And Joanne says that it's honestly a balancing act. And she mixes independent projects and production assignments to ensure financial stability. So go do gigs on the side, ladies, boys and girls. Go do gigs on the side. Don't just have one job. Please be doing extra here and there. And that is how you succeed. That's how you keep yourself afloat. That's how you have money to finance your dreams. And yes, so she's very intentional about celebrating her highs and her wins. And some of her award-winning projects is her contribution to Giving Nature a Voice. That's the name of the film, Giving Nature a Voice. And she received recognition for this. She's also very grateful for having awards for projects like Lion Lights, which we had mentioned earlier, and It's All a Game. And she says that she has really grown personally through this project that have assisted her to build a portfolio as well as opening doors for future collaborations. Now we are gonna jump straight into hanging out with Zenia Manasseh saying Niambie, and Shani and Carrera saying Wema Wako, and then we'll get back and finish off with all these cool and awesome things that Joanne Kabugu has been doing.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Niamini, ninataka uwe wangu milele, kabla upate nishakuwa na mwingine. Niambie, niambie ni mimi, niambie, niambie ni mimi. Sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, we sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, we. Niambie, niambie, niambie ni mimi, ni mimi. Contemplating my decision on a mission for more. It's such a challenge, got tightrope balance, but it's worth fighting for. Niambie, niambie ni mimi, niambie, niambie ni mimi. Sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, we sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, we. Niambie,
Power Radio. Tune in and power up. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
You already know.
Tabasamu usoni, furaha moyoni, ninaye rafiki wa kweli, mfalme wa amani. All the sorrows and the worries, nikiwa naye nyepesi. That's why I dance and sing, I dance and sing.
No matter where I go, I'm surrounded. And if I ever fall, I'll never take the fall. Cause your blood paid the cost, I'm not bounded. You gave me a brand new chance. Now I'm living like it's heaven on earth since I met you. Don't have to die, go to heaven just to get you. I have that here, I hold you dear. You whisper and I know that I'll make it, that's clear.
Na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu, wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu.
Yeah, let's talk about mercy, yeah, you give it every day. Talk about grace, yeah, you give it when I pray. Talk about goodness, talk about love. Talk about all the blessings that you give from above.
Welcome to the good side, the bright side.
Come as you are, yeah, your life will never be the same.
Side, the bright side.
Pero ho yako yote, watch him spread it all the way.
Na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu, wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Wema wako, that was Carrera Laura and Shani, and they were saying that God, you were good. Your goodness is just, we're just in awe. And Zenia Manasseh was like, niambie. Somebody needs to stop me because I don't know why I keep feeling the need to sing. It is not fair to anybody. It's not fair to hata mimi nimechoka. Anyways, we were talking about our powerful woman for today, who is Joanne Kabugu. And this is how she navigates her low points, just as we conclude what a beautiful and powerful woman she is. She reflects, she looks within, she looks inside. Introspection, that is the name. When you look at yourself, in the mirror and you ask yourself questions, who am I? Ama unasimama tu hapo unaangalia kama uko na vitu kwa macho. That's also reflecting, because you see on the other side it's a reflection. You get. Nyinyi hamgetingi sometimes. Mbona, like I know kuna mtu sahi amefloat. Ajui Kenya nimesema. Hey, I wanted to share ma. Mtaniombea. Wadau, please. Please, brethren, pray for me. Yeah, so Miss Kabugu is a kind of a person who does not take for a no for an answer. She does not care if she needed to start from the beating, from the bottom. Wacha nikunywe maji. Juicy dream mbona mnaniroga. I don't understand. Let me just drink water, because at this rate, these jokes are so dehydrated. Let me just say, honestly, sai mali yako, she doesn't have time. Unaona venye we unatokanga job 4, 5, alafu unasema, at least I have time. I don't think somebody who's constantly creating film, producing, writing, and directing actually has time. Because hana time, Africa top 40, under 40, And then the kind of, have you guys ever been a part of a production? If you've ever been a part of a film production, from the conceptualization to the pre-production, the actual shooting, the on-field, the locations, the scouting, the oh my goodness, it's a lot. Even just managing the team, if you happen to be the production manager, it is so much work. Alafu, you need to shoot scenes in the morning. Sometimes you need to shoot scenes in the rain. Sometimes you need to shoot scenes in the ghetto. You need to shoot scenes in the suburbs. So see ati unaingia tu alafu una imagine, because in Kenya, we don't have infrastructure like in Tinseltown, Hollywood, California, LA. We do not have that kind of infrastructure where they have whole acres and acres and acres and acres, hundreds and thousands of acres to have film locations, to create these Western towns, to create cities, to recreate spaces that don't actually exist in real life, because they have the studio space and the equipment, the money, the resources, the know-how to create all of these sets. In Kenya, most of the time, your set is a real place that you need to go to. So tuseme ulikuwa mnashutia Kawangware, and then the next scene might need to be in pale sijui the Nine Falls, Pale Thika. Your next location might need to be in Naivasa. Your next location might need to be in Mombasa. And think about how expensive and how tasking that is. So that's the kind of life that she's been living. And I would dare say that honestly, she's not a quitter. And that's one of her things, is that her leadership style is very aggressive. She takes a very, very aggressive approach, a hands-on approach, that if I don't do things, things are not going to get done. And she also realized that handling criticism and embracing critique is a part of growth as well as development. And then as a leader, she chooses to maintain calmness on set and fostering a collaborative team environment. And that's the best way to get the best quality of work outside of your artist, out of your creatives. And Miss Joanne she's hacked that, because a lot of people call themselves film creators, videographers, cinematographers. However, if you ask them, can you please send me what you have? They barely have anything. And as you can see, Joanne settled to be kunjaring makable, labeling equipment, and basically operating a camera, and not being able to do much else, until she decided to start her own thing. Nobody was giving her space, so she decided to take space up herself. And well done to you. But this says a lot to us as women, that we need to take up space. A lot of the time, the doors are not going to be open to us. We're not just going to be given this thing on a platter. We actually have to fight for it. And she decided to do that, and she's really gotten a diverse list of achievements and experiences to speak for all of the effort that she has worked her butt off to grow and to multiply into fruit that she's now celebrating. So congratulations, Miss Joanne. That has been Joanne Kabugu, a filmmaker and owner of Estilla Films. I am so proud, so proud, and I pray and hope that you keep winning. So here at Sheversations, twende home, tufunge kampuni, twende nyumbani. It should be time. Here on Sheversations, we celebrate you. You are celebrated. We honor you. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing to represent women in the film industry, to show people that it is possible to forge paths. And I'm so glad that you're being recognized. You're being recognized for the beautiful work that you're doing. And now we're going to hear from Brandy Minor saying Kubali, and Wapenda Muziki saying Anani Pamba. Enjoy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
But it's better like this, 'cause we've gotta admit it, admit it, admit it, admit it, admit it, admit so said you not need this, but it's better like this. We've gotta admit it, 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 admit it.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Anatengeneza mambo ya kwangu, anazungukia maisha yangu, anasafisha, fisha, anaosha.
Tunasaidiwa na Bwana, 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 tunasaidiwa na Bwana. Every day of my life, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu, ananipamba baba, anazungukia baba, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu. Every day of my life, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu, ananipamba, anazungukia maisha yangu, anazungukia maisha yangu. Kila kona I see angels guarding me. My God in heaven always watching over me. Oh, the Holy Ghost feel inside of me. Every day manifesting, every day manifesting. Every day is a brand new blessing. His mercies are new every morning. And everything I touch turns to gold. God of favor, mina ngabilo nanfanyanga. Nakupenda we Baba, nakupenda we Baba, nakupenda we Yahweh, Yahweh. Nakupenda we Baba, nakupenda we Baba, nakupenda we Yahweh, Yahweh. Anazungukia maisha yangu, anazungukia maisha yangu, ananipamba, kelelelelelelele, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu, huyu Yesu ananipamba, kelelelelelele, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu, siku zote yeye ananipamba, anazungukia maisha yangu Yesu, yeye pekee ananiweza. Hawezi niacha niangamie, hasha. Popote ninaenda kuna neema. Hawezi niacha niangamie, hasha. Wanaonisema vibaya watabaki midomo wazi. Ninatetewa na Bwana, siwezi feli akiwa wakili. Always watching me in my sleeping, in my dreaming, and in my waking.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Ananipamba by Wapendwa Muziki, and right before that we had let's see, we had somebody, that's for sure. Anyways, we are here talking about, I told you guys what we're going to be talking about. Does anybody remember? Class, raise your hands. Anybody? Najua tu mshasahau, but because I love you guys, I'm gonna let you know. What we are talking about today, as we gear to enter our Mashujaa Day weekend, long weekend. Aish, I'm so excited. We are talking about climate change. We're talking about eradicating the gender impacts of climate change, because a lot has been happening. A lot has been going on, guys. It's not been good. It's not been easy. We feel like climate change ni kitu ya wazungu, first of all. That's what a lot of us think, that hizi vitu hazituhusu as Africans. And we've already had a segment of this. We've already had a segment where we were talking about how is climate change a gender thing, and now we're looking deeper into how it is that we can eradicate the issues that come from climate change, and we're going to rehash and just talk about in just a moment. And I wanted to know, what weather-related thing have you struggled with as a woman? What weather-related thing have you seen other women struggling with? I often think about the street families, the ladies who have babies on the streets. Where do they go? Where do they actually go, guys? When it's raining, when it's flooding, like at the beginning of the year when it was flooding, where did they actually go? Let's just take a moment and think about that. Because as a man who does not have to ferry children to and fro, and I know a lot of you will be saying, Sambona, they have children. And I'm like, you try living on the streets. You try being the kind of a person who found themselves on the streets, and you ask yourself the same question. Because a lot of the time we assume that these women have the information, that the empowerment of information that they need to keep themselves from, being entangled with multiple pregnancies. And also you're telling somebody who has nothing not to have a child. That child might be the only thing that gives them a sense of self-worth. It's unfortunate, but this is proven that a lot of people use pregnancy as a way to make themselves happy, and children as a form of achievement, because they feel like they have nothing else. That is very sad. That is really, really, really sad. Yes, but as we get into this conversation about eradicating the gender impacts of climate change, let's look at what gender issues are posed by climate change. So we have number one, increased vulnerability. So women bear the brunt of climate-related disasters such as droughts and floods, which can lead to the loss of livelihoods, homes, and access to resources. Because women carry the brunt of society. We've been talking about this on this show, that women are the majority providers in most households. They are the ones whose income is serving, and they are about 80% of women who are working in the informal sector, and a woman will use more than 60% of her salary for the household, while a man might use 20% or less. This is very sad. A second thing is food security. And because women are the primary caregivers and providers for their families, they are responsible for food production. Yes. And climate change really disrupts agricultural activities, which leads to food shortages and increased food prices. We're not going to read. And this affects women and children. So it's not something that you can take for granted that, no, this thing is happening to everybody. It's actually going to affect women and children more, because women are the sources of produce in most farms, in most homes, actually, let me say that. They might not own the farms or the land that produces whatever it is that they're consuming, but they are the ones responsible to get food on the table. Kumanisha that they are the ones who will be concerned. Are we planting maize? Are we planting potatoes? Are we going to plant tomatoes? Or do we just see what we can do to buy? And when the burden is on you to feed people, then the burden is on you to farm. So this happens. It happens that food security is actually interrupted by climate change. Another thing that's really upsetting is water scarcity. Women or girls are tasked with collecting water, typically. And climate change really, really, really takes away water availability, and you're left with scarcity of water. So this forces women to travel longer distances as well as spend more time on this particular task. And this limits their opportunities for education as well as economic activities. So instead of going to sell whatever it is that you're selling, instead of going to school, you spend more time fetching water, because the less water there is because of climate change, then the further you have to go to find it. And this is very, very sad. Another issue that is often faced by women when it comes to the impacts and the effects of climate change is that their health is at risk. Climate change can lead to increased health risks, including malnutrition. We're talking about waterborne diseases. We are talking about heat-related illnesses. They are more susceptible to these things. And women's health services may also be disrupted during climate emergencies. So if you find that there is a service that used to cater to women when it comes to malnutrition, waterborne diseases, and heat-related incidences, then you realize that those services are also not available during climate emergencies. Yes. Another thing that happens to women because of climate change is that they are impacted economically. Women often rely on small-scale farming and informal businesses, and climate-related changes can lead to economic instability because their income will be reduced, and as a result, their poverty increased. So ukisema tu, oh my God, hijua, know that there's somebody who's not eating, somebody who has no money, because that is their form of income. Their little farm, the little produce that they're able to make for their family and for selling, sai hawana kitu. So please tuwe tu tunakumbuka our relatives uko ocha sana when we know that there's climate issues, because maybe if you have your grandparent there, you have an auntie and uncle there who sustains themselves, very hardworking, sustains themselves from the food on the farm. When we're having climate issues, please be remembering them, because this thing directly affects them. Okay, what else is affected in women when there are climate issues? Displacement and migration. Women are more likely to be displaced due to climate-induced events such as floods or droughts, and this can lead to increased vulnerability to gender-based violence or loss of social networks. Women are the ones that stay home most of the time. Men tend to move around. So you find that when you're displaced, you are the one who stays home. And because a lot of our families in Africa are single parent households, they are women-led households, unapata that now it's the women and the children who are being displaced out of most of the homes. And seeing that it's a woman who has the burden of taking care of the home, unapata that if there was never another source of income, there was no assistance. Also, the housing situation would be the infrastructure would not be strong enough to cater to resist climate changes, harsh climate conditions. So strong winds, strong rains, hurricanes, drought would not destroy a house, but a lot of these other things would. Actually, drought would, in the sense that there are fires, So it's very sad, because you find that in a place where men are taking charge, the infrastructures tend to stand better because of the physical ability. Yeah, but if you find a space where, this lady is trying to just put a shelter for her kids, and obviously we're talking about severely underprivileged people. We're not talking about, your neighbors, nyinyi mwenye mnaishi kwa hizi apartments zenye zikianguka zinaanguka due to corruption, because somebody was very greedy with money, and so they they paid off the inspectors, as well as hired the cheapest labor, as well as bought the cheapest material, and that's why those houses zinaanguka. But achana na zenye mnajua huku Nairobi and wherever it is that you're listening from, and think about Ocha and the kind of structures that a lot of people live in. Uko coast, on the way to coast, just ile Nairobi Mombasa road, it gets to a point, uko Voi, unaona tu manyumba zenye hizi si nyumba. You know that if a wind, that Little Red Riding Hood, it was the Three Little Pigs, and a half and a puff and I blow you away. There was a wolf who wanted to eat the pigs, and then they built one pig, built their house out of sticks. The wolf blew it away. Mwingine out of mud, It was chopped away and then finally rocks. So I feel like it makes me so sad to see somebody's shelter that's made out of lesos, makaratasi, alafu very, very, very feeble sticks. The fact that that's the only way that somebody's going to be sheltered, the fact that they don't have any other option makes me so sad because I already know kukinyesha, this person is probably sleeping in water. And we saw that at the beginning of the year, leave alone the structures I'm talking about, Uko Voi, and as you head, Uko sides Mariakani, hey, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. But Ukutu, Nairobi, our slums, Mathare, Kibera, we really, really saw how people's, like, it's flooded. It has engulfed the whole house. And it's so sad. It's very, very sad. Another thing that happens when we look at the gender aspect of climate change is that women tend to have limited decision-making power. And this happens because in many communities, women have less resources or access to resources. And as a result, the decision-making process related to climate change adaptation and mitigation leaves them out. They are not involved, they're not consulted because they don't have the financial power to access this decision-making conversations where if they were a part of the table, if they got a seat at the table, they would be able to say, "Aye, guys, apana hapa we need XYZ." And another gender lens aspect of climate change is cultural and social barriers. What are we saying? We're saying that gender inequality and cultural norms can actually hinder women's access to education, technology, and information needed to adapt to climate change effectively. So when you choose to not educate your girls and prioritize boys, it means that you're also prioritizing boys' safety and health because they are well informed and empowered to make decisions which keep them safe. And if you have deliberately set up systems where girls are not being educated, then it means that you are intentionally putting them in harm's way because they don't have the information needed for them to keep themselves safe in cases of instability when it comes to climate change. So we should think about that. And actually addressing a lot of these issues really requires inclusive policies that empower women and ensuring that women have access to resources, to education, as well as decision-making opportunities in climate action efforts. So we are going to go on a music break and then we're going to look at what can be done. What are we saying? What needs to be done? What can be done when it comes to climate change? How are we going to eradicate? How are we going to eradicate the gender impacts of climate change? Is it even doable? Do we have practical things? Are there people who have been doing these things and succeeding? Napia, just looking at a couple of case studies, but while we are waiting to look into that, we're going to hear from Shani and Nelly Twikong saying Yote, followed by Automatic by MDQ.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
How can I talk about the nature of your glory? Not enough words can completely tell the story, but this creation will forever sing your name, forever give you praise, Lord, forever God you reign. How can I boast in anything else but you? You gave me new life and you made this creature new. Now my mind and my soul thinks of you. Follow the path that's true, narrow but I have you. This fight that I'm in is not of flesh and blood. The weapons that I need, I know they're in your love. So when I can't stand, let me lean on you. When I can't speak, let me sing to you. This pain that I'm feeling, I know it can't compare to the joy that is coming. So I praise you while the victory comes. Faith gave me the secret to always keep my head up, always keep my head up. May my heart know of your love, so love your embrace. May my ears know your voice, eyes behold your grace. This is my soul story, this is my soul song. May I praise my risen Savior all the day long. So I trade in my sorrows, trade them for your joy. No longer will I wallow, my ishanta enjoy. I have you, I have more than enough. You drown out every noise, yeah, you tell them to hush, hush.
Twakupa yote, wewe wastahili, twakupa yote, twakupa twakupa yote. Bwana wa mabwana, pokea sifa zetu, twakupa yote. Maisha yangu nakupa Yesu, fikira zangu nakupa Yesu, kipenzi cha roho yangu ni Yesu, 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 unastahili sifa zote Yesu, hakuna wa kufanana nawe Yesu, milele unatawala Yesu, twakupa yote.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
I'll still pray. More light, give me more light. Even on the last day, I'll still say, more life, give me more life. Even in the worst case, I'm still safe. More time, give me more time. Singing the right way, take my aim. All mine, taking all mine. That'll be blue mood, a whole different type of your truth. Not an humanity, a moment of sanity. Clarity. What can you do? We are the hurricane. We are blowing up and we are going up and we are getting all the credit. We are making all the bread. We are something to believe in. Fuck all the things that you said. Quaint things, I do big things. We never sit alone. All around, all day, one. I never leave the zone. I never leave the throne. Go around, come around, go around. Bring the sound, set it off like it's automatic. Go around, come around, go around. Bring the sound, set it off like it's automatic. Go around, come around, go around. Bring the sound, set it off like it's automatic. Go around, come around, go around. Bring the sound, set it off like it's automatic.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Welcome back to Power Radio. We are 15 minutes to this conversation ending, and then we can go and celebrate our Mashujaa Day. And today we're talking about how we can eradicate the negative impacts, the gendered impacts of climate change. So we just had a bit of a revision, Professor Murote in studio, about why it is that women seem to be affected more by climate issues. And if you're paying attention, then you'll understand that these are issues that we actually need to focus on, right? And we have a couple of case studies before we walk into the solutions and what can be done, So when it comes to agriculture, we have a case study from Eastern Kenya where women farmers in Kitui County have experienced significant challenges due to the changing rainfall patterns and prolonged droughts. These changes have led to decreased crop yields, particularly for staple crops like maize and beans, watu wa maharagwe, watu wa githeri, poleni sana, which are really vital for food security. And this happened particularly during the 2016 and the 2017 drought. So this is a case study that the Oxfam report that was released in 2017 under the title The Impact of Climate Change on Women in Kenya was released. So you might want to look into that again. That's Oxfam report 2017 titled The Impact of Climate Change on Women in Kenya. So just in case you're not convinced that climate change is actually affecting women very, very negatively, well, men struggle 100%, but now we want to look at it as how harder does it get for you if you're actually a woman in this country. And we need to fight climate change. It's not just an agenda from the West. Unfortunately, sometimes even if whatever information we have and whatever programs are being done do benefit the West, as you know, if you pay attention, then you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. However, we've seen those floods. We saw what was going on in Mombasa. We saw what happened to our slums. We saw how CBD was flooded. People were literally swimming. So in case you have not taken swimming lessons, you live in this country, you might need to if we're praying for rain. So what else happened? What another case study is water scarcity in Nairobi, particularly in Kibera. So that's an informal settlement, a slum, and women and girls are really, really disproportionately affected by water scarcity. That's really sad. They often spend several hours each day collecting water, and this really increases how vulnerable they are to gender-based violence, as well as limiting their opportunities for education and employment, which was mentioned earlier. And this is an ongoing issue, and it has been highlighted in the specific period of drought from 2017 to 2019. And this is a citation from UN Women 2019, and this is an article titled Water Scarcity and Gender in Nairobi, a Case Study. This is in the UN Women Report. Once more, UN Women Report 2019 titled Water Scarcity and Gender in Nairobi, a Case Study. So that's another one. A third case study is in Kisumu. This one involves the rise in temperatures and flooding, which has led to increased cases of malaria and cholera, particularly affecting women who are caregivers. So these are communicable diseases. So it's a health hazard. If you happen to be a caregiver, then even if you know how to protect yourself, you are at risk. And during the floods in 2019, women reported a rise in waterborne diseases, which really impacted their families. That's really sad. This particular event happened in 2019, as well as the subsequent health impacts in 2020, right before COVID, and moving right through COVID. This is a citation by the World Health Organization, WHO. In 2020, the particular article is titled Health Impacts of Climate Change in Kenya, a Focus on Women. So these are situations that are happening. These are case studies that are happening. We have, let's just have one more case study, displacement of pastoralist women. In 2011, the drought in northern Kenya forced many pastoralist families to migrate. Women face significant challenges in securing new livelihoods and accessing land rights after displacement. That's really sad. This happened during the 2011 drought, as well as its aftermath in subsequent years. And we got this from Maccabi J in 2014, and this particular article is under Human Ecology, and it is titled Women's Vulnerability and Resilience in the Face of Climate Change in Northern Kenya. Actually, there is one more, just the last one right over here. Maasai communities is about community resilience initiatives. So in Maasai communities, women have formed groups to implement climate smart agricultural practices and rainwater harvesting techniques, improving their economic resilience. And this is something that has been ongoing since 2015. That's when they decided to fight this thing face to face, uno ko uno aura for aura. I love that so much. And this is according to Ekator O in 2020. And this article from the Journal of Environmental Management is entitled Empowering Women for Climate Resilience in Kenya, Case Studies from Maasai communities. We just love a good citation, don't we? Because this shows that people have gone out there, they've done the work, they've done the research, and hence these conversations actually hold water. And we're not just making noise. We're not just speaking into the ether and just throwing words into space. And right about now, we're going to move into what can be done. So this is the beginning of the conversation, because before this, on our climate change series, we've just been creating awareness of what's wrong, what's happening, why is it happening, and who is it happening to. And now we are going to be looking into what can be done, what should be done, when does it need to happen as soon as yesterday, if you ask me, and who needs to be doing this, who are the stakeholders. So the first thing that you can do, we're just going to give a snippet right now, and then our next segment, we're going to get deeper into it. And soon we're going to get some climate change experts to come and give their expert opinions as to how does climate change affect gender. Is it a gendered issue? So far, we have agreed and seen, and evidence has shown that climate change does affect people. It's a gendered issue in that it has different impacts for the two genders, and not to mean again that men don't struggle with climate change issues, but to say that we need to be very particular how we're taking care of our women, because they seem to be worse affected at a larger rate. And seeing that we have more women in the community means that our community is really struggling when our women are struggling. Yes, the song that we sing here on Sheversations, you feed a woman, you feed a nation, you help a woman, you help a nation, you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So let us keep up with that spirit of Ubuntu, and this is how we can empower Kenyan women to combat climate change. So number one is enhancing education and awareness. What we need to do is to improve women's understanding of climate change impacts and educate them and empower them with adaptation strategies. What can be done? We need to develop community-based training programs that are focused on climate science, sustainable practices, as well as local biodiversity. I hope you're paying attention. You need to have your notepad, your pen ready, because this is how we're creating solutions. Another action point is to create educational materials tailored to women, including visual aids as well as workshops, so that we can be as realistic and get to the grassroots as best as possible. Another thing that can be done that would be effective is to partner with local NGOs to conduct awareness campaigns about climate change and its effects on women's livelihood. So organizations that are already doing the work is a good place for us to start and hopefully ensure some effectiveness and some impact in our community. What else can we do? We can promote sustainable agricultural practices. So the aim is to equip women farmers with knowledge as well as tools for climate resilient agriculture. And how do we get this done? We organize training on sustainable farming techniques such as agroecology, permaculture, and organic farming. Come to me, speak to me directly if you don't know what permaculture is. If you don't know what agroecology is or organic farming, you can speak to me directly. Or if your friend knows what this is, holla at us, and then we can come talk about these things on the show and just spotlight how women can be assisted. How else can we promote sustainable agricultural practices? We can provide access to climate resilient seeds. They exist, and crops that are better suited to changing weather patterns. Again, we've highlighted the fact that women are carrying the brunt of feeding their families. They're carrying the brunt of small scale subsistence of farming. So this is the reason why we need to expose them to the seeds and crops that are better suited to changing weather patterns, so that we can also empower them to have their own economic backing when they sell these things and earn a living to give back into their families, have food on the table, take care of themselves, and hopefully educate and nurture everybody. How else can we promote sustainable agricultural practices? We can establish cooperative societies to enhance women's bargaining power as well as access to markets. So we need a seat at the table. We need societies that are representing women, that empower women to have bargaining power as well as access to markets. Like, hey, I know that you guys have talked about this previously, but now that I'm here, let me let you know how I struggle and how you can represent me, how you can assist me. You know, if we don't have a seat at the table, we're not represented, and unfortunately, we end up taking the brunt of climate change issues because we never had a chance to defend ourselves already. already. Something else that we can do to eradicate the negative impacts of climate change for women in Kenya is that we need to give women access to financial resources. Why would we be doing this? To achieve what? This will help to improve women's access to financial resources for climate adaptation. So we might not change the weather, but we're looking to adapt. And to adapt, we're saying that money is key. So what happens is that we can actually facilitate microfinance as well as microcredit programs, specifically for women-led initiatives. I know that these are very technical terms, but that's why we're here. We're going to break this down and make it digestible. So stay tuned to Sheversations as we continue on our climate change and climate impact series. So how else can we give women access to financial resources? We could collaborate with financial institutions like banks to create tailored financial products for women farmers as well as entrepreneurs. This is loans, grants, funding, do you understand? Those kinds of packages would be really, really helpful. And another thing that can be done with regards to financial resourcing is to develop savings groups that empower women to pool resources and invest in sustainable projects. Chama Zawa Mama. These things actually work. So mkai rada. Another thing that needs to happen to, for us to have our belt on and be ready, be suited and be, empowered to fight climate change is to have our water management as well as conservation. And we want to achieve this so that we can enhance women's role in water resource management. What needs to be done in this area? We can implement rainwater harvesting systems in rural communities to reduce dependency on unpredictable rainfall. So a lot of the women that we're talking about are women who are not even financially stable, women who a lot of the time have not gotten access to education, don't even know what is available to assist them. And that's who we're talking about. So whenever you think about underprivileged women, just put yourself in the shoes of those mamas who are uko ocha and they don't even know anything. They just know we plant, we water, we till, we harvest, we eat, we sell, we die, or we stay alive. And those are the kinds of women we are talking about, because the rest of us are really privileged to be able to struggle within this economy, to still eat, put food on our table. But here on Sheversations, we need everybody represented. When it comes to water management, we can train women in sustainable water management practices, including water conservation as well as effective irrigation methods. And this works for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. We can also engage women in community decision making regarding water resource allocation and management. Because if you're gonna have a standpipe, you're gonna have a communal tap, you're gonna have a water hole, a borehole, a watering point. You need it to be located where this lady will not be spending 2 or 3 hours or 4 hours of her morning or late afternoon getting water, because we've already gone through, ladies are getting water for their families, and that actually gets in the way of how successful they are in business as well as education. And the last thing that we're going to look at today, because we still have a few more things, we have time, we're going to continue with this series, is advocacy and policy engagement. This is to ensure women's voices are included in climate policies and decision making, and that's what we do here on Sheversations. We are amplifying the female voice. How can we do this? We encourage women to participate in local and national climate change policy dialogues. So these conversations, when there's events, bring them along. Let a girl know, let a girl, tell another girl, and then all the girlies will be empowered. And another way to advocate and have them engaged in policies is to support women's groups in advocating for policies that address gender and climate issues. The chama that exists, please support that one. The last one is to collaborate with local governments to promote gender-sensitive climate actions. There's so much that needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen, so much that we can do, and I love that we are seeing that it is possible. We have seen the research, we've seen how women are affected, we've seen how affected they are in comparison to our other gender that we love so much. And as we head on and slide right into the weekend, I just want to say that let's be intentional to think about how we are empowering and educating our women, and let us have a 360, a very wholesome view of what women empowerment looks like in all areas, and see how you can change, including being a part of the conversation, educating yourself and educating the next person. We have unfortunately come to the end of our show today. If you're here as a Sheversationalist, I really, really, really appreciate you. Keep on coming back. Keep on coming for the goods. Keep on coming for the knowledge. And please feel free to engage with us at Caroline_Murote on Instagram, Caroline Murote across all social media platforms, and Power Radio on X, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, and Malitu Nataka. We can even show up in your dreams. My name is Caroline Murote, hashtag Sheversations with Miss Murote Sheversations, and it's been a pleasure. Please enjoy your Mashujaa weekend responsibly. Shout out the heroes that have made a difference, and take some time to reflect on how far we have come as a country. All right, already. This is Kumedoka by XLVIK, Manolo, and Hanji, and honestly, this is the kind of weekend we need to have. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Mwah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Double line. 46.
Stream music.
Manalo. Ini vita, ini fire. Kumewaka ni kubaya, ini vita, ini fire. Kumewaka ni kubaya. King Fizo on the beat. Kumetoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Kumetoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Hepa, sepa. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Fia niliacha kwa do. Naingia na faith. Biti napiga kaspika kwa ndoo. Bila delay. Gang. Of course, hii ni Emmanuel uliza kolo. Naringa buda jukule nimetoka kuna stick za goro. Devona sepa. Niko inandi buda. Clack. Wando kipini. Sikiza ushuhuda. Ako chini ka dormant. Step on him. Kanyaga. Kula shu. Devoko under my foot. Cheki puma. Tabia za aku. Mindo samurai jack. Wanashanga is vipi. Christ no reason me na hack. Na ini gospel. Tunashanga zote ya joli dhani mededi. Kumedoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Kumetoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Hepa, sepa. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Hepa, sepa.
I'm back on the man. Hanji don't do it for fans. Hanji don't do it for checks. I got the keys. I know my future is bright. You gotta pay in advance. They know the sauce is legit. Never been needing the drip when you walking on board. Hey. Woo. Never been needing the drip when you walking on water. Miracles all in my bag. Shout out my homie Muha. Bag me upiga ni swap. Squad iko sawa the gang. One man mini army. Gospel uwezi kawe ni rapa. Hizo ndo chocha atuskiyangi. Koda liweka meza mina dishi. Mbele madui sifichi. Muhanji wezidi. Ndiko na shughuli na we. Numbers wachia ratili. Na wabaptize kwa beat. Kidogo wanite John. Vile na deep. Ngomas na bang. Sishiki kigwil. Right left niko stereo. Hivyo ndachorea mamono. Niko high sijawasha kiziro.
Kumetoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Kumetoka. Never tabidi umehepa. Toka. Hepa, sepa. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Toka. Risu. Hepa, sepa. Risu.
Ndo huyo amehepa, anajua kumetoka. Siku hizi akikam na thoughts za pona, napata kijana kwa flow akipray, amen. wacha kumplain, mbona una complain? Mi 46 na mohanji, juu ya stage na katisha plain. Times imechange, mi si doctor, but na feel niku strange. Service ni moja, sadaka mara 7. Nani tutablame? Liars. Afande si mimi, I'm just a part of the game. Jesus already ni famous, mbona nifanye juu ya fame? Wale wa kwetu ndo wengi kuliko wa kwao. Msela I say, nikishika mic kwa hii madhabao, you better do as I say. Wewe ni mrembo, huhitaji hiyo marangi kwa sura kusle usle. Nimekutuma, wakiuliza ni nani, please go say my name. Manolo.
Kumetoka Never itabidi umehepa. Toka Kumetoka Never itabidi umehepa. Toka Hepa, sepa Risu, hepa, sepa Toka Risu, hepa, sepa Toka Risu, hepa, sepa Risu.
Vibes on the track. Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.